and welcome to the Gussets and Godets podcast, episode number 12. My name is Christina, and this is my podcast about all of my knitting, stitching and crafting endeavours. It's been a little while since I spoke to you, and I've been doing lots of knitting at the moment, so I'd like to jump right in and show you my finished object, although I have a couple of ends to weave in. So, there is a naughty little kitten who thinks, Nina, oh, this is Nina, and she is a very wriggly, naughty, little kitten who thinks that ends are for playing with. Oh, isn't she lovely? Isn't she lovely? Okay, run along, little one. Anyway. If there is an earthquake at any point in the episode, it's because she's jumped on the tripod legs. Back to the knitting. This is the Chuck Pullover by Andi Satterlund, which is so lovely. It's got these beautiful cables. I talked about it last time that I did a little bit of a mistake in here, but actually you can't really tell. Nina and those ends. Anyway, I'm not going to put it on because it's super warm today. I knitted the large size. Oh, you rascal. And I knitted it in Cascade Yarns, Cascade 220, colour 2401, which is their Burgendy colourway. And I really enjoyed knitting on this. Last time, how far had I got last time? Nina, stop it, you cheeky rascal. I decided anyway after I had blocked it that we needed to go longer, so I don't know if you can see, but there's a bit of inconsistency in the knit stitches there. I'm hoping when I reblock it after I've woven in the ends that it will look better, and I'm sure it will. I'm super excited for the autumn to wear that. That was such a good knit, and it's a heavyweight yarn. Is it a worsted weight? So it knits up fairly quickly, well, very quickly actually, which was a joy. I used the needle size recommended, I believe. It was my first ever cable project, and it went really well, apart from that one little mistake. Which I don't really mind, to be honest. You can't really see it, and I think I've done a good job of fixing it. Okay, moving on. I'm taking part in, what's it called? The Beauty School Cal, I think. It is knitting the Beauty School Pullover, knit by Ami Appel. And Amy is Poison Grrls. Anyway, this is the pullover. It's just a fitted, round-necked, simple pullover, which I've been knitting in Beehive Yarns in their Powder Puff colourway. The base is Audrey, 75% merino, 25% nylon. It's an indie dyed yarn, and therefore I am getting some speckly, tonal, I don't know what you call them, inconsistencies maybe. There is a little bit of pooling here on the front, and then more so, where's she gone? I worry when the rustling stops. On the back, there's a kind of a whitish, lighter piece here. Anyway, I've knit this to the pattern. Again, I tend to knit the large size of things. It's got quite a bit of negative ease. It's curling in because it's stockinette. No. Go on, off you go. This is a bit of a nightmare. To be fair, we are in her sanctuary, so it's potentially not so surprising that she thinks it's playtime. But anyway, I just need to do the sleeves. I don't love picking up stitches for the sleeves, which is why I haven't done so yet. But the body is fully completed. The 1x1 rib, super stretchy bind off, and I used the, what's it called, fold over rib. If gosh, whose Instagram was it? Field Supply, Fringe Supply bags. They make project bags, and on her Instagram, if you look at her story, she saved a tutorial for how to do this. So you knit it double your length, and then she shows you kind of how to use your ends to go up and down and still have quite a stretchy neckline. So I used that. I'm super happy with it. What do you think, Nina? You like it? Not so keen, no? I'm sorry. Anyway, I did alternate strands, alternate balls of yarn down one side seam, which I'm hoping blocks out nicer. You can see where I did it, just for a couple of inches. Anyway, so yeah, really loving it. Being fingering weight though, it is taking some time. I think I'm going to do the full sleeve option. Oh my gosh. Never again are you going to be in my room when I do a podcast, Nina. And I'm not cutting out any of this. She's like going crazy for these ball bands. Stop being naughty. Oh, anyway. Losing your train of thought. I've only done 7 minutes and I'm like, I'm done, I'm going home, goodbye. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the yarn. So to be honest, with a heavily speckled yarn, I would expect to alternate skeins, but these two seem, I don't know how they're coming out on camera, but they look exactly the same to me. I think one ball maybe looked a fraction different, but you know, if analysing it incredibly well, but to me, I didn't realise, to be honest, that you would need to, it's a semi-solid, so it's slightly tonal. There are some, tiny bit paler bits, which give to the depth of it, but it is one colour. It's not really. Oh, there we go. Anyway, the moral of that story is to alternate skeins, I think, and check your focus. There we go. I like to keep things in quite small bags generally, so yeah, this is all just in a tiny little drawstring bag, which do tend to be my preference, that I've just kind of made up. Does mean that everything does get a little bit more wrinkled, but no, I'm happy with that. Yeah, the idea of the pattern, that's where I was going earlier. The idea of the pattern is that you can adjust this garment to how you would like to wear it. So if you would like to have a higher kind of turtleneck style, there's that option. You can go kind of cropped, or you can go longer past the natural waist. You can do a short sleeve like a t-shirt, you can do a 3/4, you can do a full length, so it's quite adaptable. And I think whether you liked a more kind of vintage feminine style, or you wanted to kind of size up and go a little bit more slouchy, I think you could go either way. Yeah, so Beehive Yarns, been an absolute pleasure. The designer did it in that colourway, which looked more powder pink than the peach, but I don't mind. She did it in the Stellina base, which I thought for a more wearable garment I wouldn't do. Moving on to my final work in, this is a work in progress, which someone is looking at very intensely. So it's knit with a Homespun house yarn, in the soft sock merino fingering, Sirius's gift. It was the March Harry Potter Yarn Club called, yeah, Sirius's gift. Such a lovely colourway. 75% merino, superwash, and 25% nylon. So there we go. I got this in a club a little while ago. Maybe it was the January, February, March club. And clubs, I'm not 100% sure about, to be honest, because you don't really know what you're going to get. I think with some yarn dyers, they have more of a kind of narrow style. So you can kind of, you know more or less that you're going to go for the pastel tones or for bright colours. But with Molly of a Homespun House, I find that she has such a variety of different colourways that actually I had no idea what I was going to get. She does some quite bright tones, she does some more pastel-y ones, and then she's got kind of those more muted colours, which are beautiful, all of them. But I did love this. I'll show you the ball. So that's the ball. So we've got speckles, absolutely beautiful. And to me, it just looks like autumn. So I am knitting the Soul Sister socks by Amy, who is the Little Tailoress, and Jooles of So Sweet Violet. Both are podcasters, and they have created this Soul Sisters socks. It is knit toe up, which there is a link in the pattern to do this beanie toe, which mine is very elongated because I was, just in case you're interested, The Great British Bake Off is now all past episodes are now on Netflix. So yeah, see you in a couple of weeks when you finish binging that. So I did some extra knit rows kind of by accident, but it doesn't really matter. And this lace is absolutely spectacular. Absolutely incredible. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. I adore it. I am not a lace knitter. I have said it multiple times before. I am not very good at counting, kind of maths in general. I'm not good with paying attention. I'm very easily distracted. You, go on, off you pop. I'm very easily distracted, and therefore lace for me is difficult, especially when you've got a garment where it is quite long and you've got multiple lace repeats. It's going ever so well. But this has got just the one repeat in the middle. It's super, super easy. It's just 2 rows that you have to concentrate on. And even then, when I say concentrate, I mean like mildly have your brain turned on, you know, not even. How gorgeous is that? And this is a progress keeper that came with my Beehive Yarns, which is stunning. And it is double-sided. It does make me so happy when these are double-sided, because it's so disappointing when you've just got the one side. Anyway, I thought kind of all went nicely together. Beautiful speckling. I cannot wait to do these. And these have got a gorgeous heel, which I've never done before, and I will keep you posted on. Very, very exciting. Gosh, what should I say about these? I went with my ordinary needle size 2.25. I went with my ordinary stitch count, which is the 64 stitches. I don't know how that open lace section is going to affect it, but we shall see. It's stunning. I thought these would be so hard. And actually the pattern was gifted to me by the designer. I am logged in to have a look on Ravelry at this pattern, and it was already in my library. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Because I was going to knit them anyway. but I was a little bit nervous, which is why I was logging on to kind of see anybody else's comments on theirs. But from a non-lace knitter, which is me. And if I say it's easy, it must be easy. Because I can be a little bit of an idiot sometimes. You know, thus the toe. Although, no mistakes in that lace. Look at that, it's so elegant. Oh, how about if I put my hand in it, maybe we can see better. Oh. Hello. Anyway, they're the Soul Sister socks on Ravelry. I'm knitting them on my hiya sharps. Going really well. And this is such a popcorn knit, or whatever they call it. You just do a little bit and you're like, oh, I just want to do another repeat. I just want to do another repeat. Oh, she's just so cute. How could you be angry at this thing? Oh my gosh. Anyway, being housed in this gorgeous bag from Eldenwood Craft, which turned me into an insane person stalking her Etsy shop all day, every day, which I did for another person recently, for So Sweet Violet's advent calendar. I missed out on the update because I was on a train, and the sometimes my signal on my phone for internet is really slow on a train, I guess, because we're moving very quickly. So it didn't work out. But then throughout the week she'd said that she would kind of sprinkle some in every now and again. So I was checking, and I was at work and I was with a customer and she was trying on a garment. So I was just, I'm just gonna quickly refresh. And I must have refreshed 100 times that day and had no success at all. And it was there. So I did not abandon the customer. I just have I had pre-saved all of my details so that it would be nice and easy to check out. So my address was saved, my PayPal details or everything is there. So, yay! I got an advent calendar. I'm sure that there are many people that do advent calendars, and you know, to have something handmade by somebody else is absolutely gorgeous, because makers put their love into everything that they make. And so if you do get the opportunity to have one of those advent calendars, it really does make Christmas special. But Jooles just, last year when she made that advent calendar and I opened every day, was just magical. So it was a little bit of a treat, of course, because you know, everything's handmade and takes time, but I had saved up for it, so I feel no guilt. I had set the money aside so that I could have a happy Christmas. And that is what happy Christmas means. Presents. No, it doesn't really. Happy Christmas means much more than presents, but when you get to have a lovely little crafty gift every day, that is lovely. Gosh, I've only done, God, usually I have loads to say and I've got no time. But this time, I've done all my own. Somebody is in big trouble, and let me just say, this time it's not me. Because usually it's me up to no good. Oh, okay. Gosh. I've got a lot, you know, knitting on cows can be really stressful, you know. So I've got that beauty school Cal to do. But also in addition, my boss is having a baby, so I really need to get that done, because, you know, the baby's coming whether I like it or not. No, not whether I like it or not. Whether I've finished my knitwear or not. And I've not even started. So in my Eldenwood Craft bag, it's big enough for my socks. And then I can put in, I reckon, some DK weight bloomers and the one of the bonnets that I like the look of, and maybe some baby booties as well. So lots to do. That is probably the shortest episode I've ever done, but I just wanted to check in because I can't podcast at least for the next 2 weeks because I will be in London. And yeah, there's some problems with the train, so I can't come back home on my usual days. But that's all right. I will use my time there for something else, and maybe go to some fabric shops and things instead. But gosh, when I get back in 2 weeks, Nina will be much bigger. And maybe, you know, less naughty. Anyway, I'm going to go and play with her so that she doesn't destroy the room. And see you soon. So yeah, that's, I don't know what I'm going to call this episode. The cat attacks, which I hope you found that funny because I'm not cutting it out. Otherwise I'd have to just re-record. Ramble over. Thank you. I'm Christina. This is the Gussets and Godets podcast. You can find me on Instagram under Gussets and Godets, or you can find me on Ravelry under Gussets and Godets. Fabulously, we also have got a Ravelry group, which, you know, is just starting out, and I'm feeling like a Cal is in the future at some point, you know, that we can work towards. So until next time, happy knitting, happy sewing. See you soon. Bye bye.